The Threat is Real from Megadeth. This is the second single off of Dystopia, an album that's coming out January the 22nd. An album whose name we didn't know until 1 hour after we posted the review for Fatal Illusion, because timing is a Cover Killer Nation tradition. Yeah. Well, anyway, we need to find out through this song if Dystopia is going to be an album in 2016 that really makes it seem like the year he wants to follow up 2015 in the strength of the heavy metal marketplace. Because, like it or not, whether you believe it or not, 2015 has been a hell of a year for heavy metal music and really for music in general. It's just one that has really been a little more tempered, considering people seem to want to fight more about downloading versus this or versus that or whatever, or why does FYE have a freaking hoverboard whenever there's supposedly a music store. It doesn't matter. So we need to figure this out. We need to know, because Fatal Illusion, while it did give us a lot of charm, while it did harken us back to tracks from albums such as Peace Sells, But Who's Buying, we need to discover if the threat truly is real or if this was a one-trick pony. First thing I'm going to say is that it really feels that everybody in this band currently is performing at the high level that you would think they'd be designed to perform at. Whenever you look at this group, it is a super group at this stage. Megadeth is no longer just a group on its own. It's become a revolving door super group for a lot of talented musicians to come in and be a part of. So Kiko and Dave offsetting one another with their guitar tone and actually amplifying their overall abilities certainly makes the threat very real. This is a riff fest, not to mention it is a solo fest, perhaps is the better word to use. There's just riffs and solos that are swirling throughout this track, and Chris Adler's drumming is amplifying the bass tone from Dave Ellefson in order to couple this together and give it a real bombastic sound while also driving the point home. It isn't something that's necessarily doing anything super duper crazy, but it's doing its job. It gives it that real big boom effect that amplifies everything that you're hearing from Dave and from Kiko on the guitars in front of them. Lyrically speaking, this is also a song that feels oddly topical, or almost like the timing on this was almost perfect. Dave the Prophet was somehow, while writing this album, he forecast the fact that there would be some sort of discussion based around our borders, and it was a really good prophetic vision, considering there was one that was taking place before that, but now it's become even more amplified thanks to the events of November the 13th. So this is a track that has a strange feeling of topicality to it, as opposed to just being a Megadeth song that has a message that has a little bit of variety, or should I say a little bit more quality and focus toward the current event scheme here in America. I have to say that Kiko and Dave really shine, and they get the opportunity to showcase that they want to be in the realm that they are in. They are masters of the realm that they are currently in. These two seem to really kind of challenge one another to craft some pretty cool guitar work, and even if it's shredding that sounds a bit done before in the thrash metal market, it is still really appreciated and still sounds just as cool as in the other tracks that you hear it from. It feels like with this song that Megadeth has entered into the 2000s, like the late 2000s, 2010 thrash market officially, because even though 13 and even though that and the album that we just talked about a few years ago had Megadeth charm to it, it felt like they were trying a little bit too much to be something that they weren't. This instead buries itself in the Megadeth charm that gave it really the reputation that it has. Meanwhile, lyrically speaking, there's not much to say here. Dave's voice still does have that hint of agedness, but you have to understand that this has been 30 years in the making, so okay, good luck sounding the same way you did whenever you're in the 80s. Only a couple vocalists are really able to pull that off. And considering the lyrical content, I'm willing to give that a pass anyhow. Love this song a lot more than Fatal Illusion. Fatal Illusion just seemed a little bit lost in itself, even though it gave us a lot of charm that reminded us of the 1980s versions of Megadeth. So I want to know what you guys think, though, about The Threat is Real. I have left a link in the comments below, or the description box below, rather, for you to check it out. Let me know what you think. I'm Cover Killer Nation. I'm excited for Dystopia. How about you? Let me know.